Okay, so if you are a regular visitor or guest at Nigerian weddings, you are likely going to see very beautiful scenes like this, right? And then sometimes it goes this way, and other times it goes this other way. And then there is a new introduction to the activities or games being played in weddings that is now being called the gata performance, right? Where the groom is expected to remove the gata, something like a ceremonial panties, from the bride on wedding day. And then this is already entering into our society, even in Africa, and sometimes really weird and really weird and really weird. So, right, so long or short, it's getting really messy. Wedding reception sites are now really sometimes very embarrassing, some very disgusting and irritating, and it's getting too much. I don't know why Nigerians continually want to borrow cultures or import cultures and import even the bad ones with it, right? In the Western world, when they want to import lifestyle practice and cultures, they pick the only things that would be socially relevant, healthy, and then culturally dependent on them, so they can actually they can actually dictate or decide the narrative. But it's looking like in Africa we have been trained to accept all gibberish and garbage, and it just whatever it is, we must accept it, right? This is why I've been really worried. And if you see a couple of wedding scenes, and you'll be really astonished to know why. And this is supposed to be a wedding reception before your families, before friends, before parents. You could go this extreme, and then I just think that some of these things are really extreme, right? Okay, I'll hear from those that say adults have got rights to their, but then there's always public decorum. There is even there's a law in Nigeria, for example, that prohibits you to fight in public. There's a law that prohibits you to have sex in public, so to speak. So it means that there is an expected practice or lifestyle or display of mannerism that you're supposed to put out in public places. You can do anything you like in your private wards and rooms behind closed doors. But in public, I think that there should be some level of decorum, some decency, some things that you shouldn't do, because there are some of these wedding receptions are guested by children, by teenagers, by people of various cultures and religion, people of various thought and belief ideologies, and then you just throw everything. I even think it's disrespectful to your would-be spouse, or that would be your spouse already, you married, and then to have this kind of disposition before them, as you can see, and it's happening every day in our eyes, and you are wondering, who taught us this? Where did we learn all this from? Who has given us this kind of orientation? How does this even make sense in the first place? Why? How? Just imagine. And then you can press his pennies. He can press your boobs or butt, and it doesn't matter in public place. But I know that the marriage has been blessed, and you're legally married, and you have your couple, you have yourselves now to yourselves, and you can do anything. But man, just hold on a few minutes or a few hours. Nobody forced you into the wedding reception anyway, so you would have decided to say there's a wedding reception, so you can start wherever you want to start from the car. But now you say you want to entertain guests and thrill them, make them eat and tell them thank you. Please respect me by taking certain pictures away from my side. And how well this, okay, let's not even talk about the friends that you hang around with and you call them as freebies that come around on your wedding days exposing all sorts. Does this not define or create another thought about who you are, and then you are going before your in-laws to tell them, okay, these are my best of friends, and this is what they can come up with, this is what they can appear with on your wedding reception day? I think we should take it easy on ourselves. This is not me judging, but I'm just saying we should respectfully begin to understand that Certain things are not really what you want your children to grow up and they want to watch your wedding day. And this is what you want them to see of you. This is what you want them to see, that dad did this, mom did this on wedding day. Right? And then you are expecting that they'll have a decent life. I don't know. I don't know. I may be wrong, but this is just me saying, let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Weddings these days are not really embarrassing. Sometimes certain level of decency or respect you have for yourself or your spouse, you don't want to even appear in certain occasions because you are likely going to be embarrassed or ashamed to say, okay, you know this kind of person. I'm just talking generally. And even sometimes some guests come to wedding looking really, really odd, and you're saying, this is supposed to be a wedding reception, right? I don't know. It was Archbishop Benson Dawson that said, dress. I didn't even say it. They said, dress the way you want to be addressed, right? So I don't know if we still dress or live the way we want to be addressed these days, or it's just us saying anything goes. And then social media people always say, live there, let them live their life, don't judge them, they're adults, right? So another time for you to say that in the comment section, or just say, I think it's enough. Let's deal with it. If you think this, I share the same thought with you, let me know. If you think I was wrong, also let me know in the comment section. I'll catch you again soon.